everybody, this is Renelle from Financially Fit Life, and today I'm going to talk to you about that one thing that most people know they should be doing but they don't do it, and that is not providing for unforeseen circumstances. Now I hear it a lot that people would say, I stay within my budget and it is not that difficult to stay within my budget. It's all these unplanned and unforeseen things that keep creeping up, and that is causing for me to exceed my budget, and that is getting me into financial trouble because I don't have money for when those things happen. Now, if you think about it, it does happen that your car breaks down and it costs a lot of money and the insurance is maybe not covering it, or there is a geyser that burst at your house and the insurance is not covering for it. You need to cover it, or your laptop is breaking down, or there's that something, or maybe even a medical emergency that all of a sudden you need big money for, and you just don't have that money because it wasn't in your budget and you haven't saved up money somewhere else to help you through this situation. Now that is definitely something that you need to, whenever you do your budget, you need to provide for unforeseen expenses. Because if you do make provision for it on a monthly basis, then you will not be ending up in financial trouble if something does occur that you need that money for, because it is in your budget. And obviously, if something doesn't happen in that month, you have additional money that you can save up in your emergency fund, or you can repay some debt, or you can invest it, or you can do something nice with it. But if something unforeseen does happen, then you are covered. The other big thing in South Africa that's becoming a bigger and a bigger issue is things like retrenchments. The economy is struggling, and as a result of that, a lot of businesses are struggling. And as a result of that, retrenchments are becoming a bigger and bigger reality in our lives. And if we haven't provided for something like that, and it has to happen to us, we need to ask ourselves, but how are we going to survive? You always need to ask yourself, if I have to go to my workplace tomorrow morning and they tell me you no longer have a job, what will you do? Will you be able to survive? What if something like a motor accident happens to you and it leaves you disabled, or in a position where you can no longer work and earn an income? How will that impact on you? Will you be able to survive it? Even other things happening, like crime rates are very high. What about critical illnesses? Critical illnesses can have a severe financial impact on you and your family if you haven't put away some money that can help you to cover the costs for those expenses. So the two important things that you need to remember when you want to be safe and rather provide for unforeseen circumstances so that you are not caught off guard when something like that does happen, is first of all, make provision for unforeseen expenses in your monthly budget. And second of all, build up an emergency fund. Now, try to get it up until a point where you can cover yourself for at least 6 months if anything has to happen and you don't earn a salary or an income for at least 6 months. Or if something big happens like an accident or a medical emergency and you need a big amount of money, because that is when it will become most critical if you are not having funds saved up and kept separate for those emergencies.